All right, guys, I hope everybody is well. Happy New Year to everyone. I wanted to come in with a quick video and share with you a few things. First, I got this new little rooster friend that was kind of a gift to celebrate the new podcast, The Rooster's Crow. And I wanted to share with you what I am reading to prepare for my next guest, who is going to be I'm going to have him on this next week, actually. I'm very excited. And I'm reading through some of these books to prepare for the meeting that I'm having next week, or for the conversation. And I also have there a carving that I got from Jonathan Peugeot, a little seraph that is here watching over us as well. And I want to share a reading from this book, Media and Formal Cause, here, and see what you guys think. It is Marshall McLuhan talking about Heidegger's notion of enframing, right? Enframing, he juxtaposes Heidegger's language of enframing with the idea of formal causes, is how the cause and effect are reversed, and the effects actually come and presuppose the causes, right? So the way that technology enframes our world, organizes and distributes the way that ideas and thinking itself is situated. So here, let's do some of this reading here. Let's see if I can put you here. And it seems that the microphone here is a lot more sensitive and clearer when I have it connected to my phone like this, rather than the computer and the webcam there. I don't know why that's the case, and I don't know if you guys would know, can give me some insights as to why. But here, we're going to read from page 115 here of Media and Formal Cause, Marshall McLuhan and Eric McLuhan. Page 115, let's see here. And again, I appreciate any recommendations of who you would like to see me interview. I got a few great guests coming up. And again, I'm really excited to have my guest on next week. And I'm excited for you guys to engage in the conversation with me. Okay, so this is from chapter entitled On Formal Cause, and let's see if I can talk into this. It'd be nice and clear for you. It's entitled, this subsection is Exacerbated by the Rational Formal Cause, which philosophy handed down, Heidegger had to reinvent and rename it. And from the text, Martin Heidegger confronted this contaminated sense of formal cause when he raised the question concerning technology, and rejected it as inadequate to his needs. Here's a quick footnote from the question concerning technology. The question concerning technology and other essays, translated and with an introduction by William Levitt. Heidegger provides an extended criticism of the four causes as received, which he regards nevertheless as indispensable to understanding technological transformations of culture. Back to the text here. In its place, so Martin Heidegger confronted this contaminated sense of formal cause when he raised the question concerning technology, and rejected it as inadequate to his needs. In its place, he posited enframing as the essence of the manner in which new technologies operate on cultures. It is clear from what he says that with enframing, he is trying his best to convey what Aristotle meant by formal cause and logos, definition, essence, and telechi. He has simply found the term formal cause so polluted by usage in his time as to be nearly useless. Consider, for example, this passage from Question Concerning Technology. The essence of technology lies in logos. Its holding sway belongs within destining. Since destining at any given time starts man on a way of revealing, man, thus underway, is continually approaching the brink of the possibility of pursuing and pushing forward nothing but what is revealed in ordering, and of deriving all his standards on this basis. Through this, the other possibility is blocked, that man might be admitted more and sooner and ever more primally to the essence of that which is unconcealed and to its unconcealment, in order that he might experience as his essence his needed belonging to revealing. Man stands so decisively in attendance on the challenging forth of logos that he does not apprehend logos as a claim, that he fails to see himself as the one spoken to, and hence also fails in every way to hear in what respect he exists. He spells it EK-SISTS, from out of his essence in the realm of exhortation or address, and thus can never encounter only himself. But logos does not simply endanger man in his relationship to himself and to everything that is. As a destining, it banishes man into that kind of revealing which is an ordering, where this ordering holds sway. It drives out every other possibility of revealing. Above all, logos conceals that revealing which, in the sense of poiesis, lets what presences come forth into appearance. Where logos hold sway, regulating and securing of the standing reserve mark all revealing. They no longer even let their own fundamental characteristic appear, namely, this revealing as such. Thus, the challenging logos not only conceals a former way of revealing, bringing forth, but it conceals revealing itself, and with it, that wherein unconcealment, i.e. truth, comes to pass. That's the quote from Heidegger here, and here's Marshall's commentary. Had Aristotle written in modern German and been subjected to the tortures of philosophical translation, the result might very well have resembled this text. I have made just one alteration to it. I substituted logos where Heidegger has put in framing. By standing reserve, he evidently means a residue of possible forms. His struggle to invent formal cause, however, illuminates one of the problems to which phenomenology as a whole is a response. For centuries, since the scholastics, dialectic has relied on the other causes and found them adequate to solving questions of figures minus grounds. But electric circuitry banishes uniformity, and now we have several ground transformations per decade. Now it's per year. This alone is enough to present philosophy with an urgent need for formal cause as a way to approach the world of electric technology. The formal cause of a painting or a poem or an advertisement is the audience for which it was made and on which it is to operate. Northrop Frye is exactly wrong. The formal cause must exist outside the painting or the poem, prior to it. Here is Frye's statement in Anatomy of Criticism. Quote, "An original painter knows, of course, that when the public demands likeness to an object, it generally wants the exact opposite, likeness to the pictorial conventions it is familiar with. Hence, when he breaks with these conventions, he is often apt to assert that he is nothing but an eye, that he merely paints what he sees as he sees it, and the like. His motive in talking such nonsense is clear enough. He wishes to say that painting is not merely facile decoration, and involves a difficult conquest of some very real spatial problems. But this may be freely admitted without regarding that this formal cause of a picture is outside the picture, an assertion which would destroy the whole art if it were taken seriously." Close quote. And here's a footnote. Anatomy of Criticism, 4 essays. That's what the quote was from here. Let's see if there's any. "In short, form is the cause of actual experience." Quote, "In short," from page 174, "In short, form is the cause of actual existence, inasmuch as it is the formal cause of the substance which receives its own act of existing. This is why Thomas Aquinas so often says, esse consequatur formen, to be follows upon form." And from page 175, "In order to receive its to be, a form must needs be in potency to it. To be, then, is the act of the form, not qua form, but qua being." Back to the text. Frye is in trouble, and he knows it. The formal cause of the poem is the reader, of the speech or the ad, the audience, and all exist outside the thing. Frye's remarks, somewhat later in Fables of Identity, help understand where he went off the rails. Quote, There is still before us the problem of the formal cause of the poem, a problem deeply involved with the question of genres. We cannot say much about genres, for criticism does not know much about them. A good many critical efforts to grapple with such words as novel or epic are chiefly interesting as examples of the psychology of rumor. Two conceptions of the genre, however, are obviously fallacious, and as they are opposite extremes, the truth must lie somewhere between them. One is the pseudo-Platonic conception of genres as existing prior to and independently of creation, which confuses them with mere conventions of form, like the sonnet. The other is the pseudo-biological conception of them as evolving species, which turns up in so many surveys of the development of this or that form. Back to McLuhan. McLuhan responded to Fry with From Cliché to Archetype, a study of the dynamics of formal causes and their relation to the retrieval process. The dust jacket announces the main theme. And it says here, new archetype is the old cliché writ large. You can see it there. At his back, Fry has a centuries-long misunderstanding of formal cause. That is the end of this little section here. That was actually written by Eric McLuhan, not Marshall. So I think I said it was Marshall before. Yep. There's another interesting section, chapter 3 of this book is Formal Causality in Chesterton, which is written by Marshall McLuhan. Maybe I'll share that one as well, but just wanted to see what you guys think. This idea I'd like to explore is this idea of formal cause and this idea of its relation to enframing, and this idea of how technologies, and especially electronic technologies, how they dramatically and profoundly reorganize the way in which we interact with each other, the way in which we can talk about things, the way in which thoughts are allowed to even be had, even how the medium is so heavily involved in the appropriation and the distribution of content, and this notion gets lost, and it's something that I think is important to explore nowadays, and that's kind of my goal and my intention. So thanks for listening in, and I look forward to sharing my next podcast episode with you guys. So God bless. Happy New Year again.